This is the Dobinsons through shaft adjustable steering damper. Got some adjustments on this mini reservoir right here. Takes a little bit of assembly. I'm going to show you what to do here. It's also got to get clocked and into the right position. So let's get into it. First step here is going to be taking off the factory steering damper. Got an 18mm bolt and nut right here on both ends of it. So I'm going to get that off, and then we're going to take the bracket off these bolts up here, off the axle. And haven't seen what size those are yet, but it looks like the the track bar is going to be in the way of those. So let me figure out the best way to get into those here in a second. All right, those are 13mm. There were 3 of them, and they're red Loctited. So red Loctite has to go back on these when they go in place. And the bolt on this end of the steering damper was real easy. It's got this weird, it's got a square taper on it that holds it in from above. So you just got to take the nut off. And the other end had a flag nut on it that wanted to spin, so I just had to put something in there to hold it. It was inside the bracket like that, and those are off. So let's go look at the new one. So first up, got to mount the bracket that comes with the new steering damper. It mimics the mounting holes and positions of the original one. Obviously it just doesn't have the same depth as the original one because of how this mounts. So this is going to go right onto the back side of this. We got a Allen bolt with a washer, and it suggests red Loctite, and a quarter is not necessary. Let's get going on that. Alright, the reservoir bracket is installed. I mounted it perpendicular to the arm, but I'll have to check once I get under there and see if it needs to be offset at all. It would require loosening this, because this could be technically rotated or clocked. And then you see I've already loosened these 2 Allens right in here. That's what allow this to rotate to get the clearance of the reservoir away from anything that's going to be in the way. Is opening up this bag of bushings and bushings and the stud to mount the end of the steering damper into the Jeep. And then this is the actual adjuster right here. That was the reservoir cap, the nitrogen I should say, in there. This is the adjuster here that you would use to adjust the settings of the shock itself. So let me get into this now. Okay, on the wheel end, not the middle, it does not need the extra bracket that it comes with. Let me show you. Perhaps it was a packaging error or not, but it doesn't need this tapered fitting. I think this is so that this can be used on other Jeeps, but it's not needed on this Wrangler with this stock link, because it fits in there. You just put the rubber bushings, 1/2 top, 1/2 bottom, and then what I did is I slid one of the supplied large washers. You see it inside there, just above the bracket, and then that's that weird bolt with the square taper. It fits down in there nicely. The washer centers the bolt, and that looks good to me there. You notice that steering damper kind of looks brown. And then on this end, just to hold it, I put in a single bolt there just to hold it up in place. Now I've got to grab in those 2 holes right there, put some Loctite on those bolts, set those in, and then check the clearances. It's hard to get a good angle showing you this, but those 2 Allens right here, the Allen heads, they clamp this bracket onto the bushing inside there. So just so you know, if you loosen these Allens like you have to get the bracket in position, rotate. So it's still loose right now, so I can get the reservoir up, make sure, see the little reservoirs right here. But it's possible for this to slide off the bushing, because until this is tight, it's not clamping down on the bushing in the middle there. I'm sure you can see just around that Allen head. So anyway, yeah, I got to back these out, put some red Loctite on them now, well, once the position is right, and then all I got to do is tighten up that end over there. And it's all done. Got the sticker put on, had to wash my hands. It's a clear sticker, but got that on. Everything is Loctited and in place. Got the bracket on here on the side that factory nut and bolt just right up in there. So now I'm gonna fool around with the settings. You see that is the adjuster right there in the middle, and there are I believe it's 12 clicks of adjustment from firmer to softer. So yeah, we'll fool around with this and see how much the steering control has improved with these larger 37s. Thanks for watching. Just want to show the reservoir that it clears everything at full lock.